Welcome to episode 39 of my West Ham United FM15 career, where it is the start of the 6th season. Now, last season I won the league and the Champions League, so make sure you check that out if you haven't done so already. It was a very, very successful season. Now, this episode's a bit different. I'm not going to be showing a live game like usual. I will show you the goals from my Euro Super Cup game against PSG and the Community Shield against Man City in a minute. But this episode is primarily to get your opinions of the series. I'd like you to feedback on the series in the comment section below. Now, it's taken quite a bit of time to get to this point. I've not gone massively overboard on Football Manager this year. I've played it casually and I've really enjoyed it. Much more than FM13 and 14, if I'm honest, because I haven't thrown myself at it and got fully immersed and addicted to it. I go through phases where I play it a lot and I'm addicted for that day because I'm just playing all day, but other times I go a while without playing. Now, the future of this series. So I've toyed with the idea of streaming for quite a long time on Twitch, and I do actually have a channel. I've had it since I started YouTube, in fact, but I've never streamed. I've had a couple of test things right at the start when I first started Golden FM, but watching people like Dr. Benji in particular and Work the Space in over the last couple of years have really, I've always had that thought in the back of my head that I'd like to do streaming. So if you want me to do some streaming, let me know in the comment section below that you'd be up for watching. I don't know how many of you watch Dr. Benji and Work the Space and a few others that do Football Manager on Twitch, but I can't promise that it'd be a regular schedule either. It would just be when I'm free to play. So I suppose that would be quite difficult for you guys to watch. Now, I would still do video updates on this West Ham series, but perhaps if you want to watch me on Twitch, give me a follow on Twitter so you know when I'm going live, if you haven't already followed me, and then you can watch me on Twitch, watch me play, and I'll probably do some face cam like I did in the Champions League episode of Football Manager. So yeah, I hope to do that, and I'd probably do a Twitch dedicated save as well. Haven't decided on the team. I've got a few thoughts in the back of my head. Maybe do a foreign journeyman sort of thing, possibly, or maybe a lower down. I'm going to be doing some sort of series where I start off with a team quite far down the leagues. So let me know your thoughts on Twitch in the comment section below. That would be much appreciated. I would love to do it, so I'm going to give it a crack. Anyway, West Ham, what's been going on over the summer? It's been a busy summer. You may already have noticed some of the players in this team. They're slightly different. So let's go to transfers and I'll show you what has been happening. Lots of money coming in, lots of money going out. I've signed £125 million worth of players and sold 120 million. So there's only a net worth of 5 million there. But obviously things like agent fees and that sort of stuff adds up as well. So going out of the club, let's start with that. Biggest sale was Christian Tello. Some of you may think, why? Why have you done that? He was amazing for you. Well, 40 million from AS Monaco. He's sort of been unhappy over the years. The 2 years that I've had him, I think. I've had him 2 years. Yeah. And he had 2 very successful seasons, of course, with me. But he's always been tempted to go to other teams, and he's been a bit unhappy when he's not been allowed to. So I thought 40 million, I can invest that in a younger player, which you will see in a minute. I also sold Canales for 35 million. He's 28. I thought 35 million for him. He's not vital to my team. He had a very good second half to the season. But as you can see, he didn't play a massive number of games last season in the league. He was crucial to my Champions League run-in at the end. But Luciano Acosta's playing very well in the middle, so I don't really need him, and it gives my youth more of a chance. So 35 million from PSG, it was a no-brainer. Ivan has gone as well. Only 4 million up front from Wigan, but 16 million overall it will be over 48 months. So a bit of money coming in gradually will help with all the fees that I'm paying over the next 48 months as well, because I tend to do that. Zulu's gone to CSKA Moscow for 15 million. Didn't really need him, so I thought that's a good profit. I signed him on a free, as did I sign Tello on a free. So amazing 40 million profit on him. Canales was cheap as well, 2.8 million from Real Madrid. Douglas Santos has gone to Dortmund. It's 10.25 million, which was below his value, but I thought with the player coming in that you'll see in a minute, it was best to get rid of a left back. And also, I think it's going to be rising to about 12, 13 million, maybe 14. Ravel Morrison's gone to Cardiff for 2.8 million. I thought that was good, considering he was out on loan last season. Zarate's gone for $1 million, a good servant to the club, but he's got old, and I thought getting $1 million for him was pretty decent from QPR. Kuhn's gone for 200k as well. I didn't need him with the players coming in. So, coming into the team, Raheem Sterling, 56 million, a lot of money. For some reason, everything's going down right now. Don't know why. May just be one of those days. But he is phenomenal. One of the best players on the game, and he slots into the left hand side to replace Tello, and has had a very good start to the season with me already. Very versatile as well, so can play anywhere I need him to play. David Alaba from Bayern, 50 million, I think 20 million up front, 30 million over the next 48 months. I thought, he's world class, he's the best left back on the game, there's not many good fullbacks, I've got the money to spend, let's buy him. So I did. And there we go. I've spent a hell of a lot of money, of course, on two very good quality players, but they will serve me well and just add to my already world-class team. So in this guy, 10 million, he's very young, but he's got potential to be a world-class right-back. Hope he does develop. Some of the attributes are a bit weak, but I'm hoping we can increase them quite steadily. And he will be playing behind Garzon, who's my main right-back. Now, Koval, you may remember him from my FM15 Everton career. He was a star keeper for me. And he's come in. He's better than Leali. Perhaps his goalkeeping attributes are slightly below, but his mental attributes are far superior, and his physical are pretty decent as well. He is a very good keeper, and he had a release clause of 6.25 million, so I thought I have to go for him. What a player. All the other goalkeepers, if I wanted to improve on Leali, it would have been 20, 30, 40 million to improve on him. So to get Koval for that is ridiculously cheap. This guy I forgot about. I actually signed him last summer, but he's eventually come through. I don't think he's going to be worth it. He was only 2.8 million though, so it's not a huge waste of money if he doesn't come good. So those are my transfers, and I've got a crazy team, to be honest. They really are very good. I suppose the only weak point maybe is Luciano Acosta in the middle, although he's very good. But in terms of, if you look at the ability rating according to my assistant, that's the only weak spot. And Garzon at right back, but Garzon will improve. And Luciano Acosta is very good there, so it doesn't matter. I've got lots of young midfielders coming through. Lots of players in there that will hopefully develop into star players in my team. I've really been enjoying this series, especially the last couple of days. I've just beasted through from like halfway through the 5th season, completed all the episodes. This obviously will be released at a later date, but yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Now this tactic, I did do a tactics video, so make sure you check that out as well. You can download the tactic from the Steam Workshop if you want to use it. It's 4321 Puffin Power, which is linked to the FM League if you've been watching that. So let's have a look at what I've been doing. We'll just watch the goals of the Community Shield and Super Cup. As you can see, I've won every single game, including a 12-0 win over Wembley in a friendly. So this is the Community Shield against Man City. We won 4-0, and what a run from Rhodes that was. But we got off to a good start. As usual, we tend to get early goals. Balanta, that was a long punt. This might be a long highlight, actually. Anyway, let's see what happens. I can't actually remember. Origi into Roberts. Romero. Yuri. Through to Origi. Great finish. Past Hart. Maybe should have done better. That made it 1-0 and inside 2 minutes as well. As you can see from the statistics, we dominated. Then Roberts made it 2 from a corner. Excellent stuff from him. And 3-0 in the first half. Romero through to Origi, turned his man out wide to Santos, who was still in the team at this point, by the way. I hadn't sold him by this game, and I hadn't signed Alaba yet. And Origi made it 3. Fantastic build-up play. Sterling with the assist. This was his debut. And then we made it 4-0 in the second half. Origi into Romero. That was cleared. I think Sterling got this goal, if I remember correctly. Yuri into Origi. Romero. Sterling. Oh yes, I remember now. Fantastic strike from Sterling to make it 4-0. And what a start to the campaign. Those were the average ratings. They had quite a few injuries. Was tempted to sign Oxlade-Chamberlain as well, because he is brilliant on this game, but I thought Sterling was enough. So this is this Euro Super Cup final against PSG. We completely mullered them, 7-2. Let's look at the goals. So this is the first minute of the game. As usual, there's an early goal in our game. This is Origi bursting forwards. What a run into Roberts, who found the back of the net for 1-0. What a player he is. He really is superb. Oh, by the way, Diego Poyet's got into the England team. He scored in his debut as well. And Roberts has continued to get a few more caps for England. He still needs to be more valued by them, in my opinion, though. They're not playing him in his best position. They're playing him right midfield. That was 1-1. Fabio's a good young Brazilian player. Then we made it 2. Sterling crossed into Origi, who just about headed it in. He had to go off injured after that, though. Barrel came on for him. My young French striker. Then we made it 3-1. Douglas Santos into Yuri, and Sterling scored. Second goal in 2 games. So yeah, Douglas Santos played this game as well, then left, and Alaba came into the team after this game. Acosta made it 4 from the penalty spot. Good to see him get off the mark. He didn't score his first goal until about February last year. Then this was 5. Barrel with the goal after Yuri's shot was stopped or hit the crossbar or something like that. That's 5-1 in the 55th minute. Roberts, Yuri. Then my young right back came on, and Roberts got the goal. Shungu with the assist. Shungu, what a name. So that's 6-1. I think they got a goal back after this. I think it was a very good goal as well. So, remember correctly, let's have a look. Yeah, it was. What a strike that was from Coman. But we did get a 7th before the end of the game was up. On the 71st minute, in fact, so there was no goals for the last 20 minutes. Yuri burst through, and Roberts with his hat-trick. What a player, what a star, what a game for him. 7-2. Mental game. Man of the match performance from Roberts, 9.7. And then, going into the Premier League, we beat Nottingham Forest 4-1. A couple goals from Origi in that game, and a 2-0 win against Stoke. Struggled against them, actually, away from home, and it was a couple goals from corners that helped us over the line there, but Origi scoring again. So, early on in this campaign, ignore that top one, that's Palmer on loan to an Argentinian team. Origi's got 6 goals in 4 games, and Roberts got 5 in 4 games. Sterling's had a good start with 2. Average rating wise, Roberts is topped and Sterling just behind him. They are sensational players. Roberts is improving again now. In the last episode we saw some things declining for some reason. Sterling, everything's going down. I don't know why. Never mind. And Origi, what a striker he is. And Yuri is our best player, I think. He's just so good at everything. Ridiculous. Not so good at tackling. 6, but he doesn't need to tackle. Doesn't need to jump really either. But everything else is just sensational. He's even got finishing of 15. I've increased that over the years. Let's have a look. I'll show you finishing. Look at that. So he came to me with 9 finishing. And over the years I've pumped him up. And he's gone up to 15. Brilliant. Put him on heavy finishing training. I'll probably change that now actually. Just to a midfield position. Like, what's he playing as? A Roman playmaker. He can do everything. Look at all the things. So yeah, Roman playmaker. We'll put him on average now. Don't want to burn him out too much. And he's still only 22. Amazing player. Surely should have more Belgian caps though, but I guess they have a really good team. 6th in the world. Eden Hazard is their top player. Yuri's down there in 4th. And Origi's 2nd as well. So, coming games. We've got, Champions League. Our group is Dortmund and Monaco, ironically enough, who we've sold players to, and Göteborg from Sweden. So I don't know when the next video will be. There will be updates. I'm hoping to stream this save as well, bits and pieces of it. So check out my Twitter for that follow me on Twitch as well. That'd be much appreciated. All the links will be in the description below. And yeah, peace, guys. I'll see you soon.